Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you details of a new 14A from MMAT Metamaterials, and this is with regard to the stock split. We're also going to be looking at another Congress letter for MMTLP, and again, the pressure is mounting on Gary Gensler, so stay tuned for that. And then we're going to have a look at a quick review of the weekly watches. So let's start by having a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from CNBC: the stocks are little changed on Tuesday as the market rally stalls. So a little bit of indecisiveness in terms of the stock market, and I think it's just looking in terms of overall it's still positive, but what is good in terms of news currently right now from the momentum point of view is Bitcoin. So shout out here to Watch Your Guru, who've just stated here, just in, Bitcoin is up 82% since Jim Cramer told investors to sell 9 months ago. So great advice there from Jim Cramer in terms of what he was saying about Bitcoin. But let's have a look at Bitcoin. We can see here at time of editing it was $43,494, but I believe it's also crossed 44,000, so moving up very, very nicely indeed. And one other thing I'd like to share with you is, again, big week here for earnings. We have seen already earnings for NEO, and we are now expecting earnings for AI, GameStop. We have Lovesac, Dollar General and Broadcom, as well as Lulu. And in the Discord we have called out a number of these stocks for a beat, and these obviously followed on from last week's calls, which were all quite successful. And obviously if you would like to get a copy of these calls, details are in the description below. So let's start with the news with regard to MMAT Metamaterials. And what I posted earlier was that Metamaterials, in response to shareholder concerns about a reverse split, have released a 14A, and one of the primary reasons identified in this 14A is a reverse split may be necessary to maintain the company's NASDAQ listing. So let's have a look at this 14A. So we can see here the 14A was news with regard to this was shared today, and in terms of their outline of potential impacts of the reverse stock split, we can see here they stated here that approval of the reverse stock split to be voted in the 2023 AGM is going to be held on December the 11th. So we're just 6 days away from that, and they've stated here and acknowledged that they have received a lot of feedback from investors with respect to the reverse split proposal. And I think what I would like to add on to that is that nearly all of this feedback is feedback of concern, feedback of worry, and also feedback giving the company basically a level of disagreement with this decision, and there is a perception that there are other alternatives should be pursued. But what the company are saying here is we have sought to address shareholder concerns. So let's see if they are really doing it. But basically they're stating the obvious, and that is a reverse split may be necessary to maintain the company's NASDAQ listing. To maintain the NASDAQ listing, a reverse split is best achieved with shareholder approval. So at the moment, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to get the shareholder approval. So let's see what the next plan will be. And they're saying the reverse split will affect all shareholders, including stockholders of the company. So what they're basically saying is, you know, you're going to be affected, but as well as you, we will be affected as well. So in other words, let's all fall on the sword together. And what they've stated here is the reverse split is outlined above. The shareholder support is critical. So they are basically begging for your support. And at the bottom, they're now trying to be a bit positive and saying Meta continues to make progress with a more focused business strategy, concentrating on sales marketing efforts, our core business lines, while streamlining expenses. But now they have to be a bit more realistic and say this is not an overnight process. Well, how long is the process? Please provide some clarification on that. We are working around the clock to make strides. So it looks like to me you're working around the clock to change the CEOs, and that's the kind of strides you are currently making. So let's now get some reactions to this news. So first of all, what Dylan has posted is that pre-market today we saw that MMAT was up 86%. On the previous day it was down approximately 36.45%. However, although 86% sounds like good news, if we have a look at the chart here, you'll see a huge green candle, but what has followed immediately after that green candle is a huge red candle, and basically looks like to be closing in the red. So something highly suspicious there. We're not sure what's going on, but certainly looks like there was huge volume, 20 million share trade in the pre-market before it tanked. Volume increased to approximately 35 million, and basically huge amount of volatility. So I'm not sure exactly what is going on, but it certainly seems suspicious. And what MMAT News have stated here, if this was some strategic plan to figure out the share count for MMAT, then it would have been simply a crucial plan affecting shareholders, making obviously that was highly suspicious of the board of directors. As soon as MMAT was picking up pre-market today, going past the 10 cents mark, it instantly dropped, with the warrants exercising at 0.095 cents, and now they are begging investors for a reverse split, which is what we have just seen. And shout out here to Gardner Wade, who's also reminder here, he's the Metamaterials ex-chief product officer. So what he's basically saying, you know, tagging in Jack Anuzi, are you listening? No reverse split. In other words, we don't want a reverse split. The board took way too long to reduce the control and cost to preserve capital. They were far better financing offers that they probably didn't take on. Sales must sell Meta Air to the US Air Force, lobby the FFA, built best in class. So it looks like the company are not using their strengths as effectively as they should be. And finally, one other thing I would like you to go out ahead and check out, Steamroller has a very detailed list of questions here for Metamaterials, and it states here we are asking Metamaterials to address shareholder concerns. So go ahead and check this post out, and in fact I would ask the key insiders of Metamaterials to go ahead and check this post out, and let's see if you can address our concerns. Let's now have a look at the details of the new letter. So shout out here to Mike and what he's posted here, December the 4th, 2023. Republican Barbara Lee has written a letter to the SEC demanding answers and a timeline for resolution for MMTLP. Great job. So I'm not sure if it's Republican or representative, but we'll go with either. But what we can see here in the letter, if we have a look at it, it states here, to the Honourable Gary Gensler, dated December the 4th, I am writing regarding an action taken by FINRA and with regard to obviously MMTLP. My constituents have expressed that as a result they were left without clarity. I think she's actually written clarify on the future of their investments. The SEC and FINRA have a responsibility to protect investors, safeguarding the integrity of public markets, and obviously that's something where we have a disagreement with. She's also gone on to say, I request that you fully investigate the events surrounding the trading halt of MMTLP and ensure no wrongdoing took place. So I would like to see Gary's response to all of these letters so far, and each congressperson has more or less asked for the response to be public and for some information to be made in response to these letters, and I'm still waiting for Gary to do that. Gary seems to be working at a snail's pace, and that is not good enough. So what she's saying here, I request that you make any findings publicly available. Get your act together, Gary, and listen to the Congress members. The taxpayers are paying your bills, are paying your salary, and the Congress people here are ordering you what to do. So get doing what you need to be doing, and that is protecting the markets and protecting the investors. Remember, you are the so-called cop on the street who is currently alleged to be corrupt. So prove us wrong. And she's also stated here, I also ask that you identify any regulatory or legislative gaps that could be addressed to better protect investors and market integrity. Thanks for your attention. Look forward to response, and I would hoping that you reply to this within a year. In your views would be realistic, but we want a response ASAP. I'd like to give a quick shout out to last week's weekly watch list, where we called out a number of stocks. These included SMMT, that was up 7.6% on the week, MDGL up 9.6% on the week, AUGX up 8.3% on the week, AMT that was up 5% on the week, and that was news with regard to a buy from one of the Congress members, revealed exclusively on the channel as well. Edit, that was up 2.5% on the week, and a good call on THTX up 16% from Monday's dip, with also a good chance to get a 31% return. Crowd and Snow were two, and Z were three of the calls based on earnings, up 12% up on the week, 8.8% on the week, and also 2.8% on the week. So if you would like to get all the late current stocks on our weekly watch list, as well as our daily stock alerts, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.